There's another verb which is more Emirati sounding for the verb can. So another way of saying I can is saying a room. It's very simple. It sounds like a room, that place in your house, the room. So I can is أنا أروم, or simply we say أروم. You can for a lady is ترومين. For a guy it's تروم. For you can, group of people, we say ترومون. For you, he can, we say يروم. She can is تروم. They can is يرومون. We can is نروم. Now there's some important notes here. We usually use this verb in the negative sense. So we choose this room verb when we say I can't, you can't, or can you, or can't you rather. She can't, he can't. So we usually don't say أنا أروم, but instead we say ما روم. Remember, to convert a verb into the negative form, we put the ma before the verb. And if the verb starts with an a sound like أروم, then we join the ma and the verb together, and they sound as if they have one a. So it becomes maroom, maroom. You can't for a lady is, can you guess? Matrumin. For a gentleman, matrum. Group of people, matrumun. You can ask them, matrumun, like can't you? For he can't, my room. That's funny because it sounds like you're telling someone about your room, my room. She can't is matrum. They can't is my roomun. We can't is man room. So if someone is asking you to do something and you want to apologize and say we can't, you can say man room. All right? So for example, a polite way of saying I can't would be to say, oh, excuse me, but I can't. And for that, if you're talking to a lady, you say سمحيلي بس ما أقدر, or بس ما أروم. If it's a guy, اسمحلي بس ما أقدر, or اسمحلي بس ما أروم. So, how would you say, oh, I'm sorry, but I can't, to a lady? سمحيلي بس ما أقدر, or سمحيلي بس ما أروم. To a guy, اسمحلي or اسمحلي بس ما أقدر, or اسمحلي بس ما أروم. Very good. Speaking about forgiveness or speaking about excusing yourself, there's another way of asking someone to pardon you, and it's, for example, if it's a polite way of saying, oh, I'm sorry for disturbing you, or I'm sorry if the time isn't right, or it's very common in Emirati culture where we're very hospitable, yet we tend to belittle ourselves by saying, pardon us for not doing our responsibilities towards you perfectly, even if we've done it perfectly, even if we've been amazing guests, if we've been very generous with our guests. I mean, if we've been amazing hosts and we've been very generous with our guests, we tend to kind of belittle ourselves by saying, forgive us or excuse us for not fully doing our responsibilities and towards you. So for that, we use the word السموحة. السموحة literally means the forgiveness. So we're literally translating it as the forgiveness. We've been short in fulfilling our responsibilities towards you. السموحة قصرنا وياكم. قصرنا is we've been short of fulfilling exactly what I've said before. Yes, we've been incapable of, or we've been unable to fully do our responsibility towards you. So we say السموحة قصرنا وياكم. قصرنا, we've been short of. And it comes from قصير, which is an adjective meaning short if you're talking about a male, and قصيرة is an adjective for short if you're talking about a lady, female. And we'll talk about adjectives more in the future. So this was a little bit of a deviation. So we started talking about another verb for can, and then we spoke about how we use that to say I can't in the negative sense. And then we took a bit about apologizing and excusing ourselves, and how we sometimes say this expression towards guests. سموحة قصرنا وياكم أو سمحولنا على التقصير. سمحولنا على التقصير. Okay, that means the same exact thing. سمحولنا is when you're asking for people to forgive you. سمحولنا, just like اسمحيلي أو اسمحلي. سمحولنا, this is for a group of, you're talking to a group of people directly, you're telling them excuse us. سمحولنا على التقصير, for being short of fulfilling our responsibilities. How do you say come in Emirati? I come is أنا أي, or just أي, A-Y-E-E. Itin is for a lady. You're telling her you come is itin. You come for a guy is T, like T-E-E. They come is iyun. You come for a group of people is tune. I skipped ahead a bit and said they come, but I was supposed to say you come for a group of people, tune. He comes is i. She comes is t. They come, as I said, is iyun. We come is ini, or ni, like your knees, your toes and knees and legs, knee. Okay? So practice, practice, practice. Repeat this short segment and practice. Now, how would you say she doesn't come? Remember, to negate a word, you just put the word ma, and then you use the word come. So mati means she doesn't come. So someone's asking you, oh, does she visit you? And then we say, no, she doesn't come. La mati. Mati edna. Andna or edna is at our place. Andna. Or mati beitna is our house. She doesn't come to our house. All right, so with all the knowledge that you have now, how would you say, I want to come, but I can't? Okay, it's aba, which means I want to. Ayi, aba ayi, which means I want to come. Bes, meaning but. Magdar, meaning can't. Or aba ayi bes maroom. Because, for example, I don't have a driver, or I don't have a mode of transportation, or my brother is busy, so he can't drop me off. So I want to come, but I can't. Finally, for this lesson, let's take the verb eat. So I eat is أنا آكل. It's like A-K-I-L-L. Very easy. آكل. You eat for a lady is تاكلين. You eat for a guy is تاكل with a T, تاكل. You eat for a group of people is تاكلون. He eats is ياكل. She eats is تاكل. They eat is ياكلون. We eat is ناكل. So again, practice well. آكل. She eats تاكل. He eats ياكل. We eat ناكل. They eat ياكلون. You eat تاكلين. He eats, again I'm repeating it, is ياكل. You eat for a gentleman is تاكل. You eat for a group of people is تاكلون. And you can always put an intonation as if you're asking a question mark. Raise your tone if you want to turn it into a question. And we do that if you want to ask people, do you want to eat? For example, I'm with a group of my friends and I want to tell them, so let's, would you eat, or let's eat? So I would tell them, تاكلون? So I'm using the just as a exclamation, and تاكلون is would you eat? So I'm literally saying, I'm wondering, would you eat? So meaning, shall we eat? Another example is ناكل is, so do we eat? And I'm gonna end by talking about a word which means what do you think? And in Emirati, what do you think is شرايكم? And we use this often when we want to suggest to our friends ideas. Let's do something together, or what do you think about, or how about we eat, or how about we go, or how about we this, that. So we say شرايكم ناكل, شرايكم نسير, شرايكم so and so. So it's شرايكم. So this is very often used when we're in a group and we're suggesting, let's do something together. شرايكم تسيرون is what say you go, or شرايكم نسير بيتي. For example, there is a group project and nobody knows where they're gonna gather around and get the project done, and you're suggesting, how about we go to my house? شو رايكم نسير بيتي? And if it's just another group of, if it's just another friend, if it's one of your lady friends, you say شرايج. So how about we go, and you're telling your friend شرايج نسير. How about we go to the mall? شرايج نسير المول. If it's a guy, شرايك. We also say this when you are actually asking people what they think about something. For example, what do you think about my abaya? شرايج في عباتي. This is when you're talking to your lady friend. شرايج في عباتي, or شرايج في طبخي. What do you think about my cooking? شرايج في طبخي. And again, group of people, we say شرايكم. What do you guys think?